Hello and welcome to this video where we will look at how to implement Bitcoin payments on any type of website. My name is Lars Holgaard and I'm the co-founder of Jabo.com, which is an IT company that specializes in doing software around the globe. So if you need any help with Bitcoin or even other IT stuff, just contact us and we will be able to help. When accepting Bitcoin on a website, there is two ways to do it, and the first one is much more easy than the second one. And in nearly 99% of all cases, we will recommend the first one, but we have to discuss the second one as well, because in that 1%, there is a pretty good reason actually to use it. Now, you have to remember first of all that Bitcoin is decentralized, meaning that everyone who wants can actually have a server running on their own server, a Bitcoin server, and you will be able to receive and send payments yourself without any intermediary. You can actually do that, and that's the power of Bitcoin. You are your own bank. But just as the banks have thousands of people employed to have safety and follow regulation and definitely just making a very good user interface, most people don't do their own bank in the banking world. And even though Bitcoin is significantly more easy because the whole infrastructure is basically built, you still need some kind of knowledge and service on top of Bitcoin to make it easy and convenient, which is the reason we have something called merchant APIs, which is the suggestion we use when you want to accept payments. These are basically companies often with a lot of funding, so they are very reliable and very trustworthy, who has made a lot of normal REST APIs on top of Bitcoin itself. Meaning they actually host a Bitcoin server, but they have a very useful and friendly interface, API, code, security, regulation on top of that Bitcoin server, so they handle all the messy stuff. The only thing you have to think about when using the API is making some calls, and then you have done both sending and receiving money very, very simply. It is worth noting that, especially with third-party APIs, you don't even have to touch Bitcoin. You can actually just get Bitcoin payments on your website, but accept local currency in your end, such as US dollars, euro, yen, whatever you want. Most of these currencies you use today are available in these tools I'll mention in a second. So what you do here is basically you go to, I'll mention some links to these websites and they'll have an API documentation. And then you'll just call a simple REST interface and you will be good to go. You will have payments on your website and it'll be extremely simple to use. You have to know though that while this is extremely easy, you'll be able to control what kind of currency you will get in both Bitcoin but also local normal fiat currencies. There is still an intermediary between you and Bitcoin, which is the second solution. That is being your own bank, running everything yourself. And the thing is, Bitcoin is run through a client such as Bitcoin Qt. And that is basically a program you install on either a computer or server. In this case, it would be a server. And this will actually be a part of the Bitcoin network, meaning it will be connected to everyone else in the Bitcoin network, and you'll be able to send and receive payments yourself. Now, doing the actual sending and receiving payments are extremely simple. The Bitcoin Qt client has an JSON RPC interface, so it's just like making a normal REST call, and you can send JSON payloads, and you'll be good to go. So that part is actually really simple. Now, the difficult part about handling your own server is you have to handle security, making a nice user interface on top of it. You'll have to deal with Bitcoins in your end. And if someone wants to hack your server, it's probably easier to hack your server than it is to hack one of these third-party APIs who have security people hired who only job is to make things secure. So when to use either? I would say for any web shop, website who just wants to accept Bitcoin payment, either because you want to do it or because you want PR or for whatever reason you want to do it, I would definitely go with option 1. If you want to do a Bitcoin product, and that could be a product where you don't want to trust third parties. It could be a product where you rely on some different kind of thing in the Bitcoin system that's not supported by the big third-party APIs. You can go for the Bitcoin Qt client, which you can install on your server, and you can use that one directly. You'll be able to find documentation for this if you just write on Google Bitcoin Qt documentation. It's really simple, And I personally did a guide on Bitcoin QT a year or so ago, where you can find it on Google and YouTube. Just write Bitcoin QT programming or Bitcoin QT documentation. You'll probably stumble upon it when you Google around for it. The main point is here for normal web shops, go to any of these links. I will show you some links in a second. Go to any of those if you just want to accept payments. And if you want something really advanced with Bitcoins, I would look into the option here. Now, these are the 3 links I want to mention. In order to accept payments on a website, we're using these third-party APIs, you have to trust a company. And there's many of these companies. And when I mention one, well, there is probably 100 others who wants to be mentioned as well. So I'm just mentioning the 3 I know the best. There are probably better alternatives. And when you see this video, 1 year have maybe went by, maybe you see it right now, but you can also see it later, and the environment are different. Again, if you want a state of the, what is the situation right now, contact us and we will help you navigate the landscape of different payment providers. But for now, I would say bitpay.com, coinbase.com, or coinify.com are the best 3 websites to do it. They all have a REST API you can use to actually accept payments, and they are all really, really easy to use. In addition, all these 3 have a lot of widgets you can insert in many different solutions. Like, for instance, I'm pretty sure if you have like a normal Magento web shop, there's probably plugins for it in some of these, especially I think Coinbase have a lot. But you have to figure out yourself on the website. Just go to bitpay.com, coinbase.com, or coinify.com, see what kind of solutions they automatically support, and you can go into it. If you are a bigger company and you need to make your own custom implementation, well, all of these have a REST API, which you would normally expect for a payment provider, and you can use those. So this is how you accept Bitcoin payments on your website. It's really simple and quite doable. So thanks a lot for listening. You can find this guide written on textonjava.com. You go to resources and you'll find a link regarding Bitcoin payments. Besides that, thanks for listening. And if you have any questions regarding Bitcoin in general or how it's implemented, just contact us. We are only an email away and we can definitely help you. So have a great day and thanks for listening.